Hello guys, how are you all? Welcome to my channel. So, today we are gonna see, what if Naruto was the guardian of the tailed beasts, part 1, subscribe if you enjoy the video, let's start the story. Valley of the End, 10th October year 1037. The two exhausted ninja looked at each other contemplating their next moves. The two lifelong rivals were fighting out for one last time to settle all scores, and both knew their next move would be the deciding one. The raven-haired ninja eyed the blonde getting up on his feet to face him again. Even after getting beaten into a pulp, the so-called No.1 unpredictable knucklehead ninja refused to give up and had pushed the last Uchiha to his very limits. His stubbornness annoyed the hell out of the so-called Avenger and Revolutionary, and it was not that the blonde was the only one beaten into a pulp, he had beaten Sasuke into a bloody pulp as well, and even after the last Uchiha was able to steal his remaining chakra. Somehow it seemed he still packed a punch. Again. Sasuke yelled. "Why don't you just give up and let me finish you off for good?" He questioned the blonde who had just punched him so strongly that he had been thrown high up into the statue of Madara Uchiha or whatever remained of it. Naruto smiled, it was one of his real smiles. "Because you are my friend," replied to Kurama. Sasuke had had it, he poured all his remaining chakra into one last attack, hoping to finish the annoying blonde for good. Lightning engulfed his hand along with black flames, and he prepared to jump down. "Be careful, he intends to finish you off with one last attack," warned Kurama, the greatest Biju from inside Naruto's mind. In front of him stood his trusted, calm, and collected unlike his loud and boisterous self. He didn't reply a word. "I will give you the last of the chakra I have, and then I will go into a slumber for some time. Don't use your chakra till the last moment, and..." The great nine-tailed fox was suddenly silenced by the raised fist from his favorite blonde. He had a swollen blue eye, his jumpsuit had been torn into shreds, leaving a rather messed up mesh shirt covering his skin. The blonde flashed one of his real smiles at his trusted companion. Wordlessly, Kurama bumped his paw with his partner and transferred the last of the chakra he had accumulated. The blonde started walking away from the mindscape to prepare his final attack. The fox looked at him one last time before dozing off and smirked, already sure that this boy would soon change the world. Sasuke jumped down, his hand engulfed with lightning, along with the black flames of Amaterasu, his target set at Naruto's heart. Naruto jumped up with all his might toward Sasuke with a look of determination. The situation couldn't have been more ironic, the usually calm, collected, and patient Sasuke was screaming impatiently for Naruto's blood, whereas the usually loud and boisterous Naruto was calm, determined, and collected. Naruto, following Kurama's advice, held on patiently till the last moment and started accumulating and rotating all his remaining chakra on his right hand. He usually had to rely on a shadow clone to make a Rasengan, however he had been able to do it single-handedly since quite some time without even realizing. However, at this moment he realized he was able to make the swirling sphere of chakra without assistance, even in his base form without Sage Mode or Kurama's chakra. He also felt as if the hands of all his precious people were waving over the sphere, as if lending him their power. Finally, Naruto yelled as soon as the Rasengan was completed and brought his palm forward, aimed straight for Sasuke's attack. The two lifelong rivals met head-on mid-air and their attacks collided with full force and started fighting for domination as both ninja tried to push forward with all their might. Chakra of both the attacks combined and exploded, engulfing the whole area in a huge and very bright explosion. And then for Naruto and Sasuke, everything went dark. A day later, Sasuke was able to see through Naruto's memories and his feelings and finally realized how much pain he has caused his rival-turned-brother figure in his quest for power, revenge, and revolution. Naruto had admitted last night, when both of them had briefly regained consciousness, that he felt the pain when he saw Sasuke suffering all alone. The blonde had claimed that he was nervous that the genius Uchiha would accept him as a friend, so he proclaimed himself as his lifelong rival. Sasuke finally admitted that he also felt Naruto's pain when he saw the latter suffering alone. The blonde, even after all his suffering, forged his path ahead, inspiring others around him. And that Naruto, despite all his failings, continued to walk ahead of him just like his late elder brother used to. Finally, morning came and Naruto and Sasuke awoke from their slumber. "Is it really heaven this time?" Naruto asked in a low and pained voice. "We are still alive, we just dozed off." "Looks like we failed to die again," commented Sasuke, obviously in a lot of pain. Neither could move their body an inch and both realized that they were rapidly losing strength. "Damn, my body won't move an inch. I was really hoping to punch you hard and beat the sense into you," the blonde replied. Sasuke started to chuckle, confusing the hell out of the blonde. "What is it?" Naruto was irritated. "We're messed up like this and you still want to fight?" Sasuke asked, chuckling, the pain still evident in his voice. "Alright, I admit it, I've lost," Sasuke declared with a satisfied smile. "What?" Naruto exclaimed. It's not about winning or losing, it's about beating sense into a friend. The real fight comes after that, Naruto ranted. The blonde might have continued his rant, but Sasuke cut him off. Naruto? What? I just acknowledged you. If I die right here, the cycle of hatred would end, that would be a revolution as well. Heh, I should put an end to myself here, you can then implant my Rinnegan in Kakashi and dispel the infinite Tsukiyomi. Sasuke, if you really are prepared to die, you should help me bring peace in the world when I become Hokage. Naruto commented. Although I don't really think I'll last that long, he thought to himself. Do you really want Naruto? The last Uchiha asked. Of course I will be glad to have you as my right-hand man when I become Hokage. Suddenly Sasuke started coughing and his pain became unbearable, his eyelids started becoming heavier and his vision began to blur. Naruto, I don't think I can last any longer, I am sorry. What are you saying, team, don't you dare die on me. Naruto yelled with all his remaining strength. I have really failed you, as a friend and brother Naruto, and I can't even live anymore to fix it up, dope, Sasuke said and coughed again. My vision is fading and I can sense that I have lost almost all my chakra. I can't go on, Naruto. I am sorry. Uchiha apologized again. Team, don't you dare, Naruto whispered, too weak to yell now. I don't even have the chakra to dispel the infinite Tsukiyomi, Sasuke said as his breathing became more and more difficult and longer. The only thing I can do with my remaining chakra is to free the Biju. Saying this, Sasuke focused all his remaining chakra. Chibaku Tensei release, he whispered the words out. Naruto could hear a rumble at a distance. Naruto, there's one last thing I will tell you, as a brother. What is it about, Sasuke? The blonde asked, too weak to express any emotions. When you free them all, give Hinata Hyuga a chance. That girl has really loved you for as long as I can remember. Naruto only sighed in response. I will, I promise, Sasuke, if I get out of this I will become hers, I promise, the whispered. If not in this life, then definitely in the next. Naruto thought to himself. Naruto, please tell Sakura and Kakashi sensei that I was sorry. Naruto closed his eyes and some tears fell. In the end I failed you, Nai-sen, Sasuke whispered, now too weak to keep his eyes open. Sorry for everything, brother, Sasuke whispered to Naruto for one last time and fell silent. Seconds later his breathing stopped. Sasuke? Sasuke, Naruto whispered and didn't get a reply. Damn it, Sasuke, damn it was too soon for you, team, damn it, I really failed. Naruto sighed again and closed his eyes. He also found that breathing was becoming more and more difficult for him and his own vision was beginning to blur as well. No, not like this, not yet, damn it, I can't die here. I am yet to become Hokage. I am yet to accept Hinata-chan's confession, she's waiting for me, damn it. Don't give up my body, damn it. Naruto mentally cursed himself but soon realized he wouldn't last much longer. Whatever he did, he could hear some footsteps, perhaps the Biju were rushing towards him, he was sure they wouldn't make it in time. Kurama. The blonde went into his mindscape and called his partner. He found the fox trying to accumulate chakra instead of sleeping, probably to stop his blood loss. Damn it, kid, don't give up yet, I am trying to gather chakra to stop your bleeding, hang on. I am trying to hang on, Kurama, but it seems I can't anymore, my strength is leaving me and I am feeling cold. Damn you, Gaki. You are stronger than this. Sorry, Kurama, I don't think I can last much longer, I just wish I could be with Hinata-chan now. Kurama, you don't need to die with me. Go and join with your other half and figure out a way to free those people. Naruto. It's okay, Kurama, just promise me that you will protect Hinata-chan for me. We will protect her together by just holding on to a little kid. Sorry, Kurama, but this is it for me, the team really did a number on me this time. I am really glad to have been your friend and partner, Kurama, I just wish we could have had some more time together, but this is really it, please protect Hinata-chan for me. Now go. It's my last request. Suddenly red chakra started leaking from Naruto's body and after some moments it took the form of a giant nine-tailed fox. Kyuubi looked at Naruto solemnly. The blonde lay down with his eyes closed. I now remember that day when Iruka-sensei asked us who was the person we wanted to spend our last day with. I didn't know the answer back then. But now I know for sure it's you, Hinata-chan, only you. I am sorry that I have been such an idiot. I really should have given myself to you long ago, but it's really appropriate for me to die here without you by my side when I finally know that I want to be with you. I promise in my next life, I will be yours and yours only. Naruto thought, some tears fell from his eyes. Gradually his breathing became slower and slower until it finally stopped. Kurama could only look at the still body of his partner. He closed his eyes. A tear fell down. The nine-tailed fox had cried once when his father, the legendary sage of the six paths, had died. Now he was crying again when the only human he had come to trust and respect died before him. Some minutes later, the nine-tailed beasts, Shukaku, Matatabi, Isobu, Son Goku, Kakuo, Seiken, Chimei, Jayuki, and the yang half of Kurama came running to the spot where the yin Kurama was sitting, looking at the dead body of his host. "Is it?" Son Goku asked in shock. "It can't be," commented Kakuo. "Damn it," said Jayuki. "Yes, all hope is now lost," commented the yin Kurama, placing his nails softly on Naruto's head and closing his eyes again. All the Biju had come to respect the boy, they sat in silence. "What happened to those two humans, the kid's teammates?" asked yin Kurama. "The pink-haired girl was knocked out. I would guess a genjutsu of some sort. The silver-haired one was waiting for her to recover. They might be on their way here," Matatabi commented. Yin Kurama looked at his yang counterpart. "Naruto let me out before passing and asked me to merge with you and figure out a way to stop the infinite Tsukiyomi. Sorry, other half, but with these two gone, I don't think we have any way of dispelling that wretchedness. Even if we combine our chakra, we still require a Rinnegan. There was some hope for us when Kakashi had a Sharingan, but now he no longer has one," Yang Kurama replied. However, the yin half still folded his paws and guided his chakra into the yang half. A minute later, both halves of the Kyuubi were merged and the fox was finally restored to its original size. "Is there really no way to stop that wretched jutsu?" asked Seiken. "If there was, I would have already done it. I fully intend to keep my kid's final wish and protect that Hyuga girl with everything I got," replied Kurama. All his efforts to hide his sadness and frustration were failing. "Wait. There is a way." The Ichibi, Shikaku exclaimed. He had been uncharacteristically silent till that moment. "Which is?" asked Kakuo. "Don't you guys remember what the old man taught us before he passed? The one which he said to use if all hope is lost," replied Shukaku. Every Biju raised an eyebrow as soon as they realized what the Ichibi was hinting at. "I'm in for it. If we do it, we will get our guardian back," commented Son Goku, hopeful at the prospect of getting everything right again. "It does seem there is no other way with the boy gone." "I'm in," said Matatabi. "Let's do this, my luck will never fail us," said Chimei, the lucky seven. "I'm ready," said Kakuo. "Yes, I gotta be ready for some more raps." "Let's do this," said Jayuki. "I'm in," said Seiken. Isobu held off and for a moment before speaking quietly. "If we take this option, what will become of this world, the one we shall be leaving? And who's to say that we can even make a difference?" The other 8 Biju went silent and looked around at each other, unsure of what to say. Jayuki cut the silence. "Honestly, I don't think this world is even worth thinking about. It's doomed to eternal slumber or outright erasure. Maybe we could try and wake up the world on our own, but we would be spending possible decades on a world that may not even exist soon. Who knows if any Otsutsuki are on their way to take advantage of this chaos." Kurama followed up. "This world can dream away for eternity or be erased, but either way we have failed here. It is time to start over, and the only way we get a second chance is by taking that leap. I don't know if we can change things, but we need to have faith that we can fix this. Have faith in the ones we care about and have faith in our guardian to pull through." Kurama trailed off as he thought about the now deceased Naruto. Isobu started before sighing. "You're right. We owe it to everyone we failed before today and everyone we failed just now to finish this as it was supposed to be, not let it end on such a sour and unfulfilling note. I guess another decade or two with Yagura trapped in a genjutsu might be worth it." "I'm in," said Isobu. Kurama looked at Naruto's still body again and placed his claw on the boy's head one last time. "I told you we'll protect your vixen together, kid, and now we will. Get ready, everyone." With that, Kurama extended his paw towards his siblings. "Just to let you know, Kurama, your role will be the most important one in this, be careful," cautioned Matatabi. "I know what to do now, trust me I do." Every Biju then placed their paw on top of Kurama's and started focusing their chakra. A large intricate seal appeared beneath them and started to glow. The concentration of the huge amount of chakra from all 9 Biju sent shockwaves in every direction. "Ninshu? Time reversal!" exclaimed all the tailed beasts in unison. Then they were all engulfed in a very bright light beam shooting towards the sky. Moments later the beam vanished along with the Biju, as if they were never there. Matatabi knew something was wrong and yet right so confusing. Like something horrible happened and the memories of things that could not be true began invading her mind. They surrounded her within Yujito's mindscape and soon when the monster cat became visible again, she was slightly bigger. The two selves had merged. Matatabi remembered everything, the horrors of Jito Meizo's stomach and being part of Juubi and Kagaya. Vegito's death by the hands of Haiden and Kakuzu, indirectly through capturing her, stuck with Anibi. Preventing that from happening was her highest priority. The easiest way would be to just go ahead and tell Yujito and work towards convincing her of the horrible future that hopefully could be averted. But Matatabi had other ideas. So good to be back in a familiar place, especially after my sudden eviction and imprisonment. We have plenty of time to change things. Meow the Nibi meowed, then yawned, curled up, and went to sleep. Really helping with the Biju animal appearance behavior stereotype there. Son Goku didn't really have much trouble assimilating his past self. His boast of being a sage didn't lack merit. When the Yonbi of the past felt something happening and sensed a sixth-path chakra at play, he just sat there and waited to see what happened. Deep down he had a pretty good idea of what was going on and knew that the other Biju were experiencing similar things at this moment. Wonder how bad things got if we had to resort to this. The gorilla wondered as his consciousness faded into the future Son Goku's own. When the light showed and then died down, the gorilla emerged slightly larger and with the mind and memories of Goku from over 10 years later. Oh Rashi. I know you can hear me. We need to talk. What do you want now, Yonbi? I traveled back in time from a decade from now to try to save your ass, and that's how you thank me. I should have let you rot and the world sleep. Goku yelled furiously. And then realized that he let a few too many details slip out too quickly. What? Rashi gasped out after realizing what his tenant had said. Goku facepalmed and sighed. Like I said, we need to talk. Out of all the Biju, Kakuo could sense something was happening. She could sense sixth-path chakra at play. Sixth-path chakra last showed up over a decade ago and vanished almost entirely soon after, relatively speaking. The Gobi still held fear that the brief shimmer from those years ago meant something had changed or even something had been freed from imprisonment. Something like the Jito Meizo. So, when the light shone down and the dolphin horse emerged slightly larger and with the memories of the future, it took a moment for her to get her bearings. And, we need to talk. Kakuo politely tried to get Jinchuriki's attention. Nothing. And Kakuo tried again. Still nothing. Are you ignoring me? Kakuo accused in a moment of stress from having escaped the eternally sleeping world, which she hoped to have ceased to exist entirely. Humanity deserved better than to be trapped in sleep for eternity, dreaming of gaining everything they wanted. But many would likely come to realize how hollow it was without the struggle. I'm trying to enjoy my tea. It's not very often when I can enjoy a nice cup of tea without any humans trying to piss me off or I would doing a good job of making me consider going missing nin. Whatever you have to say can wait till after I'm done. Your obsession with hot leaf juice astounds me. How could you say something so horrible about tea? Han asked, sounding sincerely offended and demanding an answer. Kakuo face palmed with her hoof. This is going to be a long day, ugh. Chimay was trying not to wake up Fu with the assimilating occurring. Once the now slightly larger Chimay had regained his bearing, he tried to get the Nanabi Jinchuriki's attention. Only to realize that she was peacefully dreaming away in her sleep. Chimay let her sleep. Daiuki knew he was going to be walking into more of B's rapping when he agreed to this idea. Jeezy, as they were, B could definitely put together at least something catchy. Especially when he was dissing someone. So the first thing he happened to hear upon regaining awareness in the past was B writing his lyrics. You know my swords, my wards, hidden chords, 8 sword style from the hills to the fjords. Yeah, like the sound of that. B smirked as he began scribbling into his notebook in the section labeled keepers. B. Not now, 8-0. The killer is on a roll, yo. That was going to be defining a lot of conversations Jayuki tried to start. Now not every Biju arrived to find things calm. Shukaku arrived and laughed, haha. Can't say I like being in this awful seal again, but it beats being in that fucked up situation and it already tells me where I arrived. Now oh no. Shukaku declared bombastically before backpedaling when he heard a voice speaking. Love only yourself because that's the only one who will love you. Shukaku had arrived at the time of Yashimaru's attack on Gaara. Gaara's sobbing gradually began to turn to enraged and pained howls as Shukaku, uncharacteristically, nervously tried to reach out. Hey kid, I know it hurts, but, maybe he was lying. Gaara yelled as Shukaku felt his power begin being pulled en masse through the already fragile opening of the seal. No. I'm trying to help, damn it. This ruined your life last time and you're about to fuck up before I can help. Shit, come on Chakra, stay in your house. Don't leave daddy. Shukaku screamed in a fit of hysterical mania. He managed to resist Gaara's pull and a minute later, Gaara calmed down. Phew, had me worried there kid. I could use a drink after that and wondered how I could get one and then Shukaku noticed Rasa and Gaara's line of sight, smirking smugly. Yeah know what, never mind about that drink. Oh fuck me. Isobu arrived and to no surprise, he was in Yagura as he was trapped in the Jinjutsu that Tobi controlled him with for years. Fan-friggin-tastic. Wonder how this will end. Akatsuki taking Yagura for me, Mei defeating Yagura again and imprisoning him again before a botched retrieval attempt kills Yagura and sets me free to get grabbed by Dodara. And Toby after that boy who could control my chakra gets spirited away by his caretakers, or perhaps I might actually save my friend. Isobu asked cynically. To no one. The Sanbi sighed and stretched. Damn it Kurama, and that boy of his got to me. Well, I spent over a decade in this illusion before, maybe I can use this time to further my understanding and possibly break it. Or at least erode part of it. Isobu began stretching his metaphorical feelers out into Yagura's network and began analyzing me. I wonder if Toby came up with this himself or if he got the idea from elsewhere. It looks like it is only truly controlling Yagura at times, the rest it seems to be clouding his moral compass and exacerbating certain emotions that might take years to break. Seiken arrived in his seal and noticed something unspeakable. It was dirty. Kurama often compared the Rakubi to cockroaches with his obsession with keeping his living area clean. But nothing could be as obsessed with room cleaning as Seiken in another universe where people used bending rather than chakra to manipulate the elements. A young girl named Kayashi cleaning for her master and friend, the young avatar Yun, sneezed before she could cover her mouth. And sneezed on Yun's pie show set. Completely unaware of the blast of wind that emerged from her mouth and blasted a piece away alongside the small tongue of flames that didn't sear any of the pieces. The girl grumbled before going back to work and cleaning the game set and setting it back to a neutral configuration. How his past self could allow this filthy perversion of their living space, Seiken was unsure, but the sea slug began moving to rectify this. At first, he tried to simply wet it and scrub it. That however did not work. So, the Biju tried something else. He produced a white bubble foam and sprayed it on the dirt spots, let it sit for a while, and then scrubbed which finally broke down the dirt and rinsed off. Now that that's done, Utakata, can you hear me? We need to Seiken started before stopping and realizing something was happening, the seal was unraveling. Are you kidding me? Utakata's master is trying to extract me happened years later. Darn it. The Biju arrived throughout the same day. Some to favorable circumstances, others to decidedly unfavorable ones, and one to the consequence of messing with time in the first place, the butterfly effect taking hold in front of them. But one shall arrive to fulfill a promise, in time. Onahagakure no Sato, the village hidden in the leaves, December 6, 1027. A pale-eyed girl was being forced to kneel and apologize by three boys who seemed to be a year or two older than her. The girl began to sob and apologized again, but the boys were not satisfied. Apologize again, yelled one of the three bullies. I am sorry, the pale-eyed girl pleaded, sobbing. Hey. What are you doing? Yelled a short blonde-haired boy wrapped in a red scarf. Leave her alone, he yelled to the three bullies. And who the hell are you? I am Uzumaki Naruto, I will be one day. The blonde yelled. The three looked at him for a moment and then burst out laughing. You. The Hokage, what a joke. Shut up or I will beat you up with my awesome, yelled the blonde with his hands in a cross sign. Unbeknownst to any of the people present at that time, the blonde had a very powerful creature sealed in his gut, the yang half of the legendary nine-tailed fox. At that moment, suddenly the fox inside the seal was engulfed in a bright white light and grew to double his size. As the light faded, the mighty Kurama smirked in victory. 10 years back in time, right at the point when the Gaki met his vixen, this will be fun. Boy. Naruto. Naruto. The fox tried to get his attention, only to get nothing in response. Fuck. Looks like I can't talk to the kid, the seal is blocking me from establishing a connection outside the mindscape, even with my other half restored. TCH. Means I'm going to have to play the long game here. That doesn't mean those three are going to get away again. No one gets away insulting the nine-tailed fox ever, let alone twice. By that time Naruto's attempt at the clone had failed, and after he had beaten up one of the bullies catching him off guard, the other two were in the process beating the shit out of him. Suddenly the blonde felt a surge of strength in his muscles, and to his surprise, he was able to push one of them off himself. The blonde then punched the other one still holding on to him right on his face, causing him to lose a tooth. He then proceeded to beat the shit out of him. Told you I would beat you up. Never underestimate Uzumaki Naruto. Dedabeo yelled the blonde in victory as the other two bullies, seeing that the blonde was obviously stronger than them, ran away. Are you okay? Asked the pale-eyed girl. Yeah. That was nothing at all. Are you okay? Asked Naruto in a kind voice. Hi. But you're a scarf, it's ruined. It's okay, by the way, what's your name? Hyuga Hinata. Hinata, huh? That's a nice name, so where do you live? It's getting dark so I'll walk you home. The blonde offered his hand with a grin. Hinata nodded and Naruto took her hand. The two walked away and minutes later found themselves outside the Hyuga compound. Hinata suddenly remembered why she had run away in the first place. She had lost in a spar with her cousin and her father had called her a failure. She started to sob again. Hey. Why are you crying? Asked Naruto. I. Hey. You live in such a huge place and you are crying. I don't have anyone, but I don't cry. So, cheer up a bit. Said Naruto, trying to comfort the girl. Hinata found his words reassuring and collected herself, wiping her tears away. Hi. That's good, so now that you're home go get some rest and take care. See you around Hinata. Saying that the blonde ran away waving his hand. This went a little better than last time. Said the fox to itself. 6 years later. The Kurama's frustration he couldn't make any improvements in Naruto's life or strengthen him. The only thing he did was improve his chakra control. In the previous timeline, in order to make Naruto more dependent on him, Kurama knowingly messed up the blonde's chakra control by sending large bursts of chakra into his chakra network, which made the blonde's chakra network unbalanced. However, this time, Kurama let out a steady flow of chakra into the blonde's chakra network, which the fox believed would make the chakra network more balanced. However, he couldn't verify the theory until the blonde attempted the tree walking exercise. The fox was yet to speak to his host. He had figured out that he wouldn't be meeting the boy till Jiraiya threw him off the cliff. Due to the fox strengthening his chakra, Naruto was made physically stronger. Still, the academy instructors, especially Mizuki, had knowingly given him wrong taijutsu instructions, due to which the blonde's performance in hand-to-hand remained rather poor. To his further annoyance, the blonde had remained a loudmouth fool just like the previous timeline. He was poor in academics, taijutsu, he still couldn't perform the clone. He had again made himself the self-proclaimed rival of the last Uchiha. He was again having a one-sided crush on Sakura and had gotten a lot of punches to his head after asking them out. Of all the things, the blonde's obsession with Sakura had annoyed Kyuubi the most. Even after being stuck inside Naruto's gut for 17 years in the original timeline and 6 in the new one. Kurama couldn't still figure out why the blonde had a crush on perhaps the loudest fangirl of Sasuke Uchiha. Kurama even believed that the growth of Naruto's brain had been slowed down from Naruto being repeatedly punched in the head by Sakura. The blonde's obliviousness to Hinata's affection for him did not help with the fox's frustrations either. The fox was eager to bring the two together. In short, the whole time travel thing was yet to make any positive contributions towards making this timeline better than the original one in what Kurama could influence and was hoping to accomplish. Finally, Naruto had graduated the way he did in the previous timeline by beating the shit out of Mizuki using the Shadow Clone Jutsu. Due to being fed a steady supply of the fox's chakra, Naruto's clones were slightly more durable than last time, however nobody had noticed the slight difference. Just like the previous timeline, Naruto was placed in Team 7 with the same teammates. Kurama repeatedly facepalmed upon knowing that he and his host would have to be in the constant company of the loudmouth fangirl and the arrogant emo Uchiha. The wave mission went the same way it did last time. Kurama actually wanted to save Haku. Naruto's memories painted a picture of a boy who Kurama found could be an exemplary example of what the sage envisioned for humanity when he created Ninshu. However, due not being in touch with Naruto, he couldn't affect Naruto's actions. After the wave mission, the Chunin exams went exactly the same way they did last time, all the way till the preliminaries. Naruto was slammed by the 5-point seal, effectively stopping Kurama from supplying chakra into Naruto's system. Naruto eventually defeated Kiba, who was superior to him in speed and taijutsu, by thinking outside the box. He again vowed vengeance upon Neji on Hinata's blood. And finally, the blonde had ended up with Jiraiya at the valley where he was to meet Kurama eventually. The fox was rather impatient to meet Naruto this time around. "Aki, you need chakra from your other chakra source to perform summoning correctly," commented Jiraiya. "How do I draw chakra from the damned fox Hirosenin? When have you been able to access the fox's chakra previously?" The blonde placed his finger on his chin and thought for a moment and replied. "When I was fighting Haku, I thought he'd killed Sasuke and then I went on a rampage, perhaps then I subconsciously drew upon the fox's chakra. Maybe when he's angry or desperate he can use the fox's chakra. And if the Gaki were face to face with death, the fox would share its chakra with him at least for his own survival." After that, just like last time, Jiraiya pushed Naruto off the cliff. Screamed the blonde, plummeting towards the bottom of the crater, and finally to Kurama's tremendous relief, Naruto ended up in his mindscape. Where am I? Is this what heaven looks like?" the blonde thought out loud. "You're not dead yet, Gaki," said Kurama, as loud as possible to draw the blonde towards himself to finally have a long overdue conversation with him. Naruto found himself in what resembled a rather dark gutter where he found himself walking on water. He tried to follow the fox's voice and ended up before Kurama's cage. "Show yourself, whoever's in here." Then he saw a red eye open up inside the dark cage. Naruto gulped. Then slowly he saw the full form of a great fox, hundreds of stories tall, with 9 massive tails swinging in random directions. "Uzumaki Naruto, I have been waiting for a long time to have a chat with you." Huh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Naruto counted Kurama's tails, completely forgetting that he was currently plummeting towards his death. You're the bastard fox that made my life hell. Shut up. I did not ask to be sealed inside you. But I am willing to work with you and show some respect. Exclaimed Kurama, remembering how loud and annoying Naruto can be at times. Aki, I know that you're currently plummeting towards your death and I will give you my chakra so that you can use that summoning of yours. Huh. Naruto was surprised, the fox seemed rather cooperative. Definitely hot-headed but cooperative, much like himself. Thanks Kyuubi. My name is Kurama and I don't like being called Kyuubi. How would you like it if I called you Whiskers all the time? Okay. Okay. Thanks Kurama. But promise me that you'll come back here tonight, you and I need to have a chat that is long overdue. You got it Kurama. See you tonight. The blonde went away from his mindscape and successfully summoned Gamabunta using the boost of chakra Kurama provided. Finally, we meet again, I hate to admit it but it's good to see you alive and kicking. I really missed you kid, thought Kurama and prepared himself to finally take his first serious step towards changing the future for the better. Thanks for watching my video, sayonara.